Hello and welcome to Lesson 2, How to Read Tablature. This is an important lesson because it teaches you how to read music using a special format that displays banjo notes and techniques. This format is called tablature, or more commonly called tab. It is different than the standard music notation, which is called sheet music. Sheet music is used by most formal trained musicians such as piano players, violinists, large bands, orchestras, etc. However, the tab format is very common for stringed instruments, especially guitar and banjo. By understanding how to read the tab format, you can quickly associate the musical notes to the strings and fret positions on the banjo. It may sound a little complex, but it is really very easy to learn. In this video, you will learn about 4 key tablature topics that provide you with a foundation for reading music. Let's review the topics. The first topic is tablature format. This includes a discussion on lines, strings, and measures. Second topic is note structure. We'll be discussing open notes, fretted notes, pinches, fingerings, and so forth. The third topic is embellishment overview. In this particular topic, we will be discussing techniques such as the slide, hammer-on, pull-off, and lead-in from an overview perspective. And the last topic we will be discussing is music symbols, which include the rest, the repeat sign, the signature of the music, chord displays, and so forth. At the end of the discussion of the 4 key topics, you will have an opportunity to listen to different exercises and then play along to work on your tab reading skills. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Let's get started by looking at the tab format as displayed on your screen. The 5 horizontal lines represent each string of the banjo. This looks real simple, but you must notice that the string numbers are upside down to that of the banjo. Now look at the next display on your screen. You must remember this when reading tab. To put this into context, let's now look at the note structure. The best way to read the notes on the tab is by reviewing an example of a simple 3-note lead-in to a song. Look at the display on your screen. Notice that you see a 0, a 2, and a 4. All of these notes are located on the 4th string, which is D. The 0 represents an open string and is played by striking the 4th string with the right thumb. The number 2 represents a fretted string. This means that you use your left index finger to press down on the 4th string just behind the 2nd fret, which is toward the tuning peg, and then strike the 4th string with your right thumb. The number 4 also represents a fretted string. This means that you use your left ring finger to press down on the 4th string just behind the 4th fret, which is toward the tuning peg, as shown on your screen, and then strike the 4th string with your right thumb. Later on, you will hear how this sounds during the practice exercises. In the meantime, let's expand our view of tablature and look at an example showing the beginning of a song as displayed on your screen. Take note of the vertical lines labeled 1 through 4, which are used to divide up the song into equal segments called measures. Measure is sometimes called a bar. It is important to realize that the time duration between each vertical line is always the same, regardless of how many notes are within the measure. On the left, you will see what may look like a 4 over a 4. This is called the time signature. You will learn more about what this means in the next lesson on how to count. You will also notice some other odd-looking symbols that we will discuss later in this video in the section on music symbols. Now, look below the horizontal lines to see the letters T, I, and M. These are called fingerings that represent the thumb, index, and middle finger on the right hand. The fingerings tell you which finger to use when picking or pinching the string. Now, let's look at another tab format example, which displays the pick and pinch technique that you learned in a previous lesson. Note the alternating thumb between the third and the fourth string, along with the pinching of the two bottom strings with the index and middle finger. In this tab section, you will also notice a G and C above the horizontal lines. These are symbols that represent a banjo chord. You will learn a lot more about the formation and the vamping of chords in the backup course. For now, you just need to know that they represent a music chord using the tab format.